Good morning. Welcome to our own personal hell. Kind of. It's raining and there's mosquitoes and a lot of them. We knew that the weather was changing, so I'm not like too surprised, which is always nice. It's the worst when you don't expect the rain. Well, I guess we didn't expect the rain, but it's just not completely surprising. We're gonna get into Trout Lake tomorrow. We're gonna have to stay the night because we did send some stuff to the post office. I think we're gonna want to stay anyway. It's nice to stay in town for like a day. We don't want a zero. We'll save that for Cascade Blocks. I'm not even feeling like doing like 2 zeros at Cascade Blocks. I'm thinking probably just one. I mean, obviously depending on how we're feeling, but I doubt we're gonna want to do more than one.
Yeah.
There's a point where you're kind of like, you have too much free time and you're like, well, what else do I do? And usually you get all your chores done in the first day. So.
But then that second day always feels like a rush anyway.
Yeah, exactly. No, Sahikin. Wouldn't feel rushed in Sahikin. That's the only time that we ever did 2 zeros. Mike's a lot more unhappy this morning than I am. The rain is a really big morale killer, especially for him. But, you know, our tent's dry. This didn't actually start until right when we were packing up the tent. And that it's just nice to not wake up to rain. Any additional points?
No. Fuck mosquitoes.
Fuck mosquitoes. Yesterday was a really beautiful day. Verging on hot though. And I did say, I was like, oh, I'm looking forward to the cool down tomorrow. So, I really, yeah. But be careful what you wish for. You're never going to get it perfect out here. It's either going to be too hot, too cold, too rainy, too mosquito-y. So, you know, got to take the wins when you can. A dry day is a win. A dry tent is a win. Almost getting into town is a win. Almost getting out of Washington into Oregon. It's the biggest one. And we're gonna hit 400 today. So that'll only leave less than 100. By the time we're in camp, it'll be less than 100 to get to Cascade Blocks. Hey Mike, you craving anything right now?
Craving anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, that chocolate eclair cake.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's actually something I could potentially make at some point. That's easy. That's a lucky thing to be craving.
What about you?
I'm craving sushi. Sushi. I feel like I smell wasabi and ginger right now.
Yeah.
So it's making me crave like New Zealand sushi, not. Oh well. Some cravings that will go unmet. We made it to 400! Woohoo! And it stopped raining. Oh, actually, it might start again right now. Mike, we're about to have walked 500 miles. Next week, we're going to hit 500.
And I would walk 500
More?
miles more for you. Da da da.
Dum-da-dum-da-dum-da-dum-da-da.
No one's used that song for this.
Nobody's used that song. I feel like we're so original.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
First people. 400! Woohoo! We're so close to finishing Washington. I can taste it. And Washington is fucking putting on a last show for us with these mosquitoes and this rain. And we're done. We are done with you, Washington. We are ready to get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Didn't stop, but I will say that sounded a little harsh. We loved it here, but I mean, Washington. Well, today took a turn for the better, which is not something I frequently say in these videos. It's always take a turn for the worse. So here we are. We turn the corner. At what base camp? Annapurna. And we can see Mount Adams through the trees right here. And it's right there. We knew we were getting closer, but we were in cloud for so much of this morning, and technically we wouldn't have known where to look really anyway. So we're so much closer than what I thought. I knew we were getting really close and we were going to be passing it today, but man. Good morning. It is 5 a.m. We have just packed up and we're ready to go. We are hitting Trout Lake today. We're gonna try and do a 10 by 10. Only because, well, not only because, I mean, it's fun, but it's also kind of necessary if we want to catch the 11:30 shuttle. So it's the sun's rising, really pretty sky. You won't be able to see it, but we do have oh, actually you can. There's Mount Adams right there. And the big glacier is actually right in there.
Adams Glacier.
And
what's it called?
Oh, Adams Glacier. And we're ready to head out of here. So we'll see whether we do the 10 by 10. Well, I've just done 10 by 9. I was thinking it was going to be a 10 by 10 day, but 10 by 9. So I'll probably get down to the fire road at like 11. Mike's back a little bit. I don't know how far. So I might actually stop up here because he has a Twix, that like a king-size Twix that we had put aside for ourselves in celebration of doing a 10 by 10. We're gonna have and enjoy that because we deserve it. We got all packed up and I got packed up within the hour. Mike got packed up just over an hour this morning. We had like a Pop-Tart for breakfast. So, you know, we've been hoofing it to get to Trout Lake. Ow! I'm excited. I'm hungry. I want town food. I want maybe some eggs. Sandwich would be great. Oh, I want food. I just want any kind of food. Anything sounds good to me right now. So excited. are like 8 miles out of Trout Lake right now. Trout Lake was amazing. Really hiker friendly, I guess would be the kind of easiest way to say it. But just everyone was so amazingly sweet, really helpful. It was a gorgeous little town. We shared a room at the inn with the Jambers, which was amazing. There was like a continental breakfast, but they made us waffles, sweet potato waffles with like huckleberries and butter on top. It was delicious. 4 days out from Oregon. So yeah, I'm just getting really excited. We're all not over Washington because Washington's been amazing, but we're all ready to feel like we have, you know, part of our checklist checked off, or at least for me, that's really satisfying. I'm really excited. I haven't been feeling, well, I've been feeling like it's real, but I haven't been feeling like it's any sort of accomplishment. And I guess, like, I don't necessarily feel like this whole thing is an accomplishment in the way that a lot of people kind of put on us, or at least put on me. I mean, people do it with everyone, but like, I don't know, when people say that it's like a huge thing or a huge accomplishment or something, I don't necessarily see it that way, because this is something kind of that, like, I'm doing this for me and not to necessarily get kind of anyway, but to actually kind of feel like I am accomplishing something for me right now it's kind of the feeling that I'm getting coming up to Cascade Locks and coming up to, you know, the end of Washington. And I know we're nowhere near halfway. You know, that's NorCal, but it's just, you know, this is just something that has been kind of dwelling on for years. And when you get past kind of the initial, like, couple of weeks of, you know, uncertainty, I guess it is, I'm like, what's gonna happen? Are you gonna drop out? I mean, you know, obviously that can always still happen. You're gonna get injured. Most injuries happen right at the start, so, you know, we've gotten past that. Are you gonna enjoy it like you thought you would? It's like when you are coming out the end of a tunnel, and even though it's not nowhere near at the end of the tunnel, it's just that feeling of kind of clarity outside of all kind of like the growing pains of the first couple of weeks. And you know, we hadn't backpacked before, so there were a lot of growing pains. And then add on top of that, just how freaking hard the trail was. We ran into so much bad weather, It was the majority of our trip for the first month, really. We run into a lot of people, especially like Novos or people who have hiked in the past, and they say like going SOBO isn't for the weak. And it's funny because it made us feel a little weak to start off with, because of just the way it was. It was very humbling, I think is the best way to say. I thought I was incredibly fit, but it's a whole nother thing when you put a big pack on your back. And then it's a whole nother thing again to know how to properly pack your pack so it's not incredibly painful. We pack way too much food, which is what I did. Just all of this is kind of coming together now and like wrapping up the hardest state, wrapping up our first learning experience. It's funny, it almost feels like we're ready to get onto the real trail, which is obviously not at all what it is. But I don't know. I guess that's kind of how I think of it. It's like now the PCT starts. That was just the training. Weird. Really weird. Alright. Well, got 2 miles going into camp. Done 8 miles. It's like 6 o'clock. We're ready to get there, make some mac and cheese, set up camp, get up at 4 so we can have our nice early morning at 6 o'clock. Have our late start or like long start. Yeah. It's a good day. Really good day. Like bring it home for me. How about you?
What did you say?
Never mind.
Did you say bad mic?
No. Okay, don't worry. First people.
Wait, quick, put the camera down, let's walk by.
Huh? Put the camera down, let's walk by. Oh, you are such a shit talk. How are you feeling, Mike? Oh. I thought Mike was right behind me. Awkward. That happens all the time. And I found a Michael. Oh, ow. Oh god, I'm gonna fucking break my ankle. It's all just kind of like coming. What? Ah, damn, it's far away.